So let me suggest one, osteoporosis. This is quite common today, unfortunately. And God never meant for bones to deteriorate. So what's the cause of osteoporosis? What could cause minerals to be leached out of bones? Dairy. So we'll say what leaches? Yeah, leaching minerals. Yeah. What leaches minerals? What leaches is dairy, absolutely, because remember I showed you the other day the glass of milk? Glass of milk, high in protein, high in calcium, and that animal protein, only 58% is burnt as fuel. That leaves a 42% waste. And it's a sulfur waste, which is highly acid. What's the most alkaline mineral? Calcium. So that calcium is used to negate the sulfur waste. How much calcium's left for our body? No. So that's a good illustration to give to people. And cows have 5 stomachs. And the countries in this world with the highest incidence of osteoporosis are the highest dairy consumers. And yet what are people told to get their calcium levels up? To drink milk, that's right. So dairy is one that leaches minerals. What else can leach minerals? Meat, with its high protein content, and of course that it's very dirty burning fuel. The vegetarian protein is not like that. It does not leave that acid waste. Any other things that can leach the minerals?
Eggs.
Pardon?
Eggs.
Eggs, probably, we'll just say meat and eggs. What about some stimulants?
Coffee.
Coffee, yes, caffeine. And what do many people put into their cup of coffee?
Sugar.
And to make chocolate palatable, they have to put a lot of this into it. Sugar. Have you ever tasted a cup of cocoa with no sugar in it? You almost wouldn't drink it. It is so bitter. So that gives an indication of how much sugar is in the caffeine foods, the caffeine drinks. So all of these are mineral leachers, and so adding to osteoporosis. So what else do we need to do? We need to ascertain the cause. Another cause can be inactivity. So we're looking at causes. So not only muscles deteriorating with no exercise. Inactivity. So do bones. So when you exercise, you not only strengthen your muscles, but you strengthen your bones. So let's have a look at some, again, the laws of health, absolutely the true remedies, but let's make this directly applicable to osteoporosis. So number 1, exercise. What type of exercise will strengthen the bones? Weight-bearing exercise. So what's your best weight-bearing exercise? It's rebounding. Yeah. Even rebounding, holding on to some weights. But again, you start slow. You start with what the person can cope with, little by little. Don't go at it too hard, too fast. So rebounding is great. Push-ups, you're pushing against gravity.
Gardening.
Yes, gardening. I guess it depends what you're doing gardening. If you're just picking out weeds, you're not doing a lot. But if you're hoeing the ground, there's a little bit happening there. That's not spelt right, is it? rebounding. And that's daily. You want to build up the bones, that has to happen daily. Number 2, the bones are made of osteoblast cells and osteoclast cells. The osteoblast cells build the new bone, the osteoclasts take away the old bone. Can you remember earlier in the week we looked at something that boosts osteoblast cells? Progesterone. That's all right. The comfrey certainly is called knit bone. Progesterone. And so we need to balance the hormones. And by balancing the hormones, boosting progesterone. Sometimes a doctor will give estrogen for osteoporosis because it slows down the osteoclast cells, slowing down the taking away of old bone. But we really want to boost the new bone cells, which is what progesterone does. So progesterone boosts your osteoclast. Osteo means bone, blast is new bones.
Specifically with what? Which kind of food?
The Anna's wild yam cream, we talked about that. We talked about the hormone balancing herbs, your dong quai, your evening primrose, maca. 4. 3. What are bones made of?
Minerals.
Minerals. Where are we going to get the minerals from?
Celtic salt.
Celtic salt, yep. Not a lot there, but you're still getting some. But where are we going to get the most from? Dark green leafy vegetables. So either eat them in abundance or have some green barley or super green, something like that.
And I use tahini.
Yes, yes. Tahini is quite a nice additive, and that's very nice in to make your salad dressings with. There's a few Lebanese dishes that have tahini, like your hummus and your baba ganoush. You're familiar with that? The roasted eggplant. They all have tahini in them. But you make a salad dressing with tahini and you can pour that on every day. My children used to love after their meal is they'd have toast, tahini and honey. They love that. When we went on a picnic, I'd often make thin flatbreads, tahini and chopped olives and roll that up. So if you're getting your sweetness right down, chopped olives and tahini is delicious. And of course, number 4 is to stop. Stop all the things that are leaching the minerals. So stop the mineral leaches. And make sure they're well hydrated. Going to bed early because it's in the especially the early parts of the night where your new cells are made quicker. Do they need sun?
Yes.
Why do they need sun? Vitamin D, that's right. So vitamin D, if their vitamin D levels are low, a supplement may be necessary initially because vitamin D is essential in the absorption and assimilation of calcium. Also assess stress. And this basically takes in the law number 8. And then we can get a turnaround with osteoporosis. Yeah?
Castor oil.
Yeah, castor oil. It wouldn't hurt. That could go in and cleanse. So we'll put down here as number 7. You might alternate with comfrey. Comfrey is the healer, and castor oil is the cleanser. Circulation is very important. Perfect health requires perfect circulation. Perfect circulation means the whole body is the same temperature. I find this is not usually a problem with men, but it definitely can be a problem with women. Their feet must be warm so that the blood's circulating through the whole body. Men basically wear jeans, socks and shoes, shirts, whereas ladies, they might wear sandals and a dress that's shorter, which is all right on a hot summer's day, but sometimes you see them wearing them in the winter. And what's the life of the flesh? It's the blood. That's right. So ensure that the blood is circulating through the body in a balanced way to keep the body warm. And it wouldn't hurt to finish every hot shower with cold to also boost stimulation. Yep, hot and cold. So we've got a program for osteoporosis.